Nah.
The only thing we can do is wait until Monday.
Cry when I'm mad, and I hate that shit, bro.
I don't care.
Run me my phone back.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Alicia. Welcome back to Moon's Diary. I'm Moon. For today's video, it's a story time. The first time it's a story time, and I say it's story time, and it's actually a story time. Right. So today's story time is about the time my freaking crush is brother told my other crush that I liked him. So I've already talked about one of these crushes. His name was Sapphire in the other video, so I'm just gonna keep it as Sapphire because that was his nickname when I was in school with him. So Sapphire was Sapphire. Then he had his brother. We're gonna call him Liam because it's completely far away from his real name. And then the other one is Moon, the crush. The first crush is Moon, and the second crush is Sapphire, okay? The story all starts when I first started liking all of them, which is in like 7th and 8th grade. So and I say all of them because I liked 4 people at the same time, with Moon being like the top of the top. I know, it's crazy. I had liked Moon. I have known Moon since 2nd grade, and then I started liking him in 7th. I knew Sapphire since like 4th grade, maybe 5th grade, and then I started liking him in like 7th and 8th grade. This story is gonna be short too. I'm just gonna say that, like, it's not gonna be a long story. It's like this happened and then this happened. So I remember I started liking Moon, and then he had a girlfriend, and I was like, damn, I really like her. I mean, I really like him. You could just tell this is my first time. It's not even my first time, but it's just like, you could just tell I liked him. Like, and I thought I was so good at hiding it, but I lied to myself. I was delusional, as per usual. I just didn't know I was delusional back then. But I really thought I was good in hiding it, but like almost everybody knew. I really liked him, and then he got a girlfriend, and I was like, damn, I really wish I was her, because she was really pretty. She really was. Even with braces, like, he was too. If you're cute, even with braces, oh, you're doing the damn thing. So I just remember I was sitting in my classroom, and I was doing work, and then I remember him coming into our room. Crush number 1. I'm saying Sapphire, even though he has nothing to do with the story. It's just his brother. Moon, he had came into my classroom. I think he like wanted something, like he had to ask the teacher something, because I remember him walking past me, because I was right here. I was like in the corner near the window. Liam and Moon met like in the middle of the classroom where Liam went to go talk to him. And then my teacher was behind me, like with students, like helping them with work and shit. So I just remember Moon walking into the classroom, and because I like him, of course I'm gonna know, like, oh, I just clocked Moon walked into my classroom. Giddy. Just giddy. And so Moon was walking up, and then I remember Liam walking to him, and then he said something, but I know it was about me. I just know. Because he was like, yeah, I already know. He said, I already know. And I'm pretty sure they looked at me. Like, this is so embarrassing. They looked at me. Like, this is gonna be like 2 story times 1, because this story time is so short. Like, right. So like, I was so pissed off. And this is not the only person. Like, Liam told my friend's crush that she liked him too. And I was like, oh my god. We were just like gone. Like our whole life ended. And I'm like, girl, it's just a boy. He's just a boy. Like, it never gave that. So, this to all my younger girls, just focus in school. Just focus. I know, bro, my nose itches, bro. I don't even know if I have freaking allergies. Like, because I've never had allergies in my freaking life. Thank goodness. But anyway. So the next story time is about this girl who stole my phone. So we're gonna go all the way back to 9th grade. I'm saying all the way like I'm that old, but it's only like 5 years ago. So in 9th grade, I was in music class and I met this girl. We're gonna call her Sky. I met this girl named Sky and I was like, oh my gosh, she's real cool. She was like a little bit shorter than me and she had like a nice bob. I loved her bob. I was like, it's giving bob. And so I just remember we was always talking in class. We were always having a good time. She would always ask me for help with work, and then, I would always ask for her help with work. And because we only had music together, that was the only place like we seen each other for real. And sometimes in 9th grade, I was cool with this other girl, and I would usually hang out with her, but because we had music class together, I would see her like later in the day, and then I would like walk with my other friend because we had the last period together, but that's neither here nor there. So this one day, this is a Friday, and I know for a fact it was a Friday. Because my mom was like, as soon as Monday comes, we're going to the office. I was like, oh my gosh. This was a Friday. So on Friday, I remember it was 7th period, and this girl told me that her teacher had took her phone, and she was asking me. She was like, oh, can I use your phone? Like, I really like just want to like talk to my boyfriend and shit like that. Like, I just really want to talk to him and shit like that. So I was like, sure. Sure, I can't say no. Like, I'm terrible at saying no, actually. I'm better at saying no now because, like, you can have my phone for the moment in front of me, but, like, I literally gave this girl my phone. I'm recording on my phone, but, like, I literally gave this girl my phone, said here, and she took it with her to her other class, and then they had the audacity to come back to me and said the teacher took that phone too. And I don't know why I believed her. I was very naive back then. I hate the word naive, but that's the only word I could think of, or maybe oblivious. But like, now that I think back to it, like, the teacher took both of your phones, and the fact that you weren't careful enough the second time, like, that's crazy. So she took my phone. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like, the only thing I can do is like, he was saying he wasn't giving it back. And I remember saying like, oh, tell me who this teacher is. Because back then it could get like that too. Like, tell me who the teacher is. Because my mama didn't play that. My mama don't play that. She would come up here and say like, what's good? Like, why'd you take her phone? Because this was in high school, so like, it's cool. Like, they never took phones from me. Please. Who? Never. And I wasn't even on my phone like that in high school either. The only time I got on my phone was so that my music could play, so that I could be content for the day. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so like, who's the teacher? So like, I can go ask him to give me my fucking phone back, because now being the good person that I am, trying to help you talk to your boyfriend and trying to help you because your ass got grounded. She said she was grounded. That's why her mama took her phone. She was asking me for mine. So I was like, I'm trying to be nice and shit, like the dumbass bitch I am. Always being nice for no reason. Like, no one's ever that nice to you, girl. Please. She was like,
the only thing we can do is wait until Monday.
So I was like, oh my gosh. Whenever anything happened with my phone in high school, I would have to go to the office and ask them if I can use the phone because I knew my mother's phone number by heart. So I need to go to the phone in the school office and then call her up and tell her what happened, which I dreaded. I dreaded any time that like I lost my phone. I couldn't find my phone. Like my phone is not with me. Like sometimes I would forget it at home. Sometimes it wouldn't be charged, so it would die, and I would have to go to the office and call. Like I just hated any time because she was gonna give me a lecture over the phone in the school office. I'm like,
Yeah, Mom, I know.
yeah, Mom, I know it's my bad. I fucked up. Like, so I went into the school office. I call up my mama. Do-da-ring, do-da-ring, do-da-ring. I call up my mama. I tell her the situation. I said, Mom, I lended this girl my phone, and she said that the teacher took it, so I'm out of a phone. And I think that's stupid. Now that I think about it, now that it's all coming back to me now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, a teacher cannot take your phone for the whole of the weekend. Like, sure, they can take your phone for the class. Like, put your phone on my desk. I'm never doing that shit anyway, but put your phone. I've never, like, if a teacher ever told me to do that. The only teacher that I ever did that with is my daycare teacher, and that was because I respected him. But I was mad as hell at the girl who snitched on me because I was on my phone to text my mother, who she don't play. So of course I'm not gonna play. Like, if my mama don't play, I'm not gonna play for her. Like, what you mean? Like, I'm just not supposed to text my mama back, and y'all want me to give her ass whoop?
Nah.
I ain't never put my phone on anybody's desk, but that's all you can do. The only authority you have is in the classroom. So after class ends, you need to
Run me my phone back.
you need to run me my phone back. So that's what gets me. That's where my mom was smarter than me in that moment, because she's an adult and I was just a little inkling. Like how the teacher not giving you your phone back and literally school is over. This was 8th period and school was over after 8th period because I went to her classroom so that she can give me my shit back so I don't get my ass whooped. And so, right, bro, I was so angry. I was so annoyed because now it's on me. Now it's my ass that's grass because I decided to be nice and hand out my phone. So, after all that happens, I go home for the weekend. Inevitably so. You know what I hate, bro? You know what I hate when you get in trouble and it's the fucking weekend and you gotta sit in the house all weekend but you're in trouble. So it's like, it's not a weekday where you gotta go to school the next day and you're like, okay, I'm good. I don't gotta see my parents that I'm in trouble with until later. Well, on the weekend it's so much harder. So my mom was already mad at me because I got my phone taken. So my mom was like, that girl probably has your phone. And I was like,
She wouldn't.
I was like, she wouldn't do that. I think she asked me how long I knew her, or like what she was to me, and I said she was like a friend, low key, because we were hanging out for a minute, not like outside, but like we were talking to each other and having like she gave me her phone number or her Instagram, one of them. That's how I even knew about like everything. Shit, sometimes I would even walk to her like sisters or like her family Leah's school to pick the little girl up with her because I was like, shit, we like that.
But I guess we wasn't because she stole my phone.
So my mom was like, yeah, that girl probably got your phone. So on Monday, I'm coming up there. I think this is the morning. No, I think this was the afternoon. This had to be the afternoon because I remember like everybody was leaving Like, everybody was leaving, so it had to be like the afternoon when school was out. So the weekend, and then like, what is the weekend? She's telling me, oh, and my dad was there too. So he was like, why did you give this girl your password? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, don't you just hate when your mom and dad, like your parents, they just try to make you think logically? Like, I wasn't thinking logically. I was just trying to be a good friend. Damn. Why are you trying to get me to think logically? Like, why would you give this girl you barely know your password to your phone? Why would you give this girl your whole ass phone? Like, please bear with me, spare me to lecture. Like, oh my gosh, I hate it so bad. So Monday comes, I go through the whole school day, and then I don't know if my mom took off early or she just didn't go to work, but she was there. My mama don't play about us ever. So she was there. She had talked to one of the the administrators. So one of the popular administrators was the one that like took care of me, or took care of our problem. So he got us and he was like, okay, so what's her name? I completely forgot what her real name was, so I'm glad. But he was like, what's her name? And I was like, this is her name. This is what she looked like. We had this class together. And then, because she wasn't in the room at the time, so he went to call like her. This had to have been like before school ended, because she called her into the office. So he was like, she was in there, she got in there, he was like, you have about 5 to 10 minutes. Like, he gave her a time frame to go find the phone, even though both him and my mom knew that she had the phone. He gave her a time frame to go find that phone, or she was gonna get her ass in trouble by herself, like, because her ass was gonna get in trouble. So she was like, okay. So she left she was like, oh, okay. So she left the area, like the office, his office that we were in. And then probably like after like 3-5 minutes, she comes back, and you know the school doors, and it's like the rectangle window that look like that. I see her face in the window, and she has like my phone. Like, she's like, is this it? Is this it? Like, what is the phone? And back then I had like the iPhone 6, so it was like really small. But it was like really small. So she was like, the 6S. She was like, is this it? Is this it? And I was like, I jumped up like, yeah, that's it. Still not thinking that this girl stole my phone. Still like trying to have hope. I try to see the best in people to the utmost until proven guilty. I try. I really do. I try to think to the utmost, like, no one's gonna do me like that, especially when I never do people like that. I would never. It's just not in my heart. To do people like that. But some people just aren't you. So we go home. I'm pretty sure now that was the end of the day, because we went home, and then I was on my phone, and I'm looking through, like, I don't know why I went to go look through the pictures. I don't know why. But I think my mom either told me to go look through the pictures, or I just was looking through all my shit to see if everything was still there. Because one thing about me, I have like Spotify and like my music, and like if that was messed up, me and her was gonna have to fight.
I don't care.
I'm pretty sure she added some songs onto my playlist. Besides that, everything was cool. Because if all my songs were gone, we were definitely gonna have to fight. Like, she was gonna have to see me on site, outside next day. I don't play by my music. That shit took forever to accumulate. Do you know how many songs I have on that one playlist? It's called My Songs. It's all the songs I've ever listened to, ever liked in my entire life. There's like 1,400, 500, 700, almost 2,000 songs on that bitch. If that shit was gone, we were gonna have to fight. So tell me why. I go through my photos and I see pictures of her. I'm just scrolling, and I'm seeing pictures of this girl on my phone. Girl, and you know the date and the time it shows when you take pictures. This shit is saying yesterday. today is Monday. When we went home, today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, which is the weekend. But you said you said your teacher had them home. Teacher's at school, and that was on Friday. But this shit's saying yesterday. This next photo is saying Saturday. That's the weekend. So you had my phone this whole time. Had me looking like Boo Boo the stupid ass fool. That's crazy work, friend. That's crazy work. When I tried to do you a solid, I tried to let you do what you want to do, because I fucked with you. I really did. I fucks with you. But you did me like that. That's that. Now, we found the pictures. My mom was like, damn, I wish we would have went through. My mom literally said, damn, I wish we would have went through those pictures while we were in the office, so she could have her like embarrassing moment. Because one thing about my mom, she don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck if anybody mess with us. She wants them to get their comeuppance at that point, like then and now. But after that, my mama was like, I don't want you talking to her. If she talks to you, just don't talk to her. Like, basically, my mom thinks that I was gonna be nice to her after homegirl stole my phone. The next day, which is a Tuesday, she comes up to me in class and she says something. I'm not even gonna cat with you. I'm not gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I have no idea what homegirl said. I think she apologized, or she was just like, I hope we can still be friends. Some bullshit like that. She said something to me and I responded. So I come home that day and my mom was like, did she try to talk to you? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, did you try to talk to her back? And I was like, yeah. Cause like one thing about my mom, like she knows I'm a good person. My mama knows. I love that. Like I kind of love that. I love that. Like my mom thinks that I'm such a goody two shoes. I'm such a good person that I could forgive such a person for doing me like that. Right. My mama didn't want me talking to her or speaking to her or anything with her because she thought I was gonna forgive her and we were just gonna be friends again. Like, Mom, I be holding grudges towards my own sisters. You think I'm just gonna let this random do me like that? Mom, come on. Me and my sisters have a good relationship, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like, you think I was just gonna let this little girl do me like that, and I was just gonna let it slide, and I was going, oh, we can be friends, buddies again? Mom, do you even know me? Like, my mom knows me, but she doesn't know me. Like, I hate when parents say, I know you, I know my child. Barely. You know, like, the me that I let out. You know the me that I show to everybody else. But you don't know the internal me. My mom says that she knows me, and she kind of does. There'll be some times where, like, I'm upset and, like, I want her to know. So, like, I'm visibly upset and I want her to ask me what's wrong so I can tell somebody and get it off my chest. But other times, I mask that shit. I don't like feeling sad. I don't like looking sad. I don't want my mom to worry about nothing. So I keep that shit to myself. My mom thinks that, like, I'm always happy, and that if I'm not happy, then something's wrong. Like, if I'm not go-lucky smiling, then something's wrong. Like, and that's not the case. It's just sometimes I'm annoyed, I'm tired, I'm pissed off, but it's nothing too bad. So where it's like, it's something. But yeah, that's the story. I got one more story for you guys, but I gotta go find it. And I'm saying I gotta go find it because, like, I have a shit ton of stories that, like, not a shit ton. I don't even have that much of a life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even have that much of a life to have stories. Like, I'm only 19. I'm still living life. Or I still have a life to live, I should say. The last story is gonna be about one of my crushes. But it's not one of the 4 crushes. It's one of the earlier crushes before all 4 of them. So this happened when I was in, the whole me stopping liking him happened in 6th grade, but I started liking him in 2nd grade. So let me break it down for you. So this crush, we gonna name him Peter. We're gonna name him Peter because it's far away from his name. Okay. So I started liking Peter in 2nd grade. I liked him from 2nd grade to 6th grade. I just remember, like, I was boy crazy for real. Like, I wasn't boy crazy enough to like ditch my friends or like be around guys and talk shit about my friends. I wasn't that boy crazy. I was the boy crazy where I'm just crazy about boys and like I just want to talk to boys, right? So
Right.
you know, the light just kept happening because I seen him all the time. So I can't remember seeing him after 6th grade, and it didn't even matter because I stopped liking him in 6th grade. But okay, we're just gonna skip to like 6th grade. So in 6th grade, I have this friend, Jules. We're gonna call her Jules. I knew a Jules, but I don't remember what she looked like. And it's crazy because I usually remember all of my friends, even the ones that I haven't seen in a minute. But oh no, I remember what she looks like. See, I remember what she looks like. But I haven't talked to her. I don't know where she is. I hope she's doing alright. But this is not her. Jules. So she was my friend for a little bit. We were friends we had the same class. So this was in 7th grade. Actually, I stopped liking him in 7th grade. Now that I think about it, I stopped liking him in 7th grade because I met her in 7th grade. No. I met her in 6th grade. But we had the same class in 7th grade. Yeah, it had to be 7th grade. All right. Sorry. Timeline is breaking up. So 7th grade, we had the same math class, or like we had the same homeroom. So I just remember this one time, I was just so pissed. I was so pissed at this point. I was liking Peter for a while, and then I remember we were walking down our like bridge to where like our school was. Oh my gosh.
She's making noise. My sister's making noise.
We were walking down the bridge and we were coming into like this parking lot to where all the kids gathered after school. All the kids gathered in this general parking lot to like hang out, talk, go to the Burger King that was in this parking lot. If you know, you know. We went into this parking lot and I just remember like Peter taking something of mine. And you know what else? I remember Peter taking something of mine. It was like my Rubik's Cube. I had a Rubik's Cube in middle school. I had like 2 because I remember the first one, it got damaged by some boys. And my sister was there too because she was getting mad for me. And I was just crying. Like I'm such a crier and I hate that about myself when I'm mad. I cry when I'm mad and I hate that shit, bro. Like, why do I get so frustrated to the point it turns from anger to sadness? Even though it's not sadness, it's full on anger. But the sadness comes out first. Oh, it's so irritating being like that. But I was crying then. So the second time I had my Rubik's Cube, he took it. And then he was playing Monkey in the Middle with Liam from the story before. The one who told my crush that I liked him. My crush's brother told my other crush I liked him. That story. I think that was the first story. So he was playing Monkey in the Middle. I'm the monkey in the middle.
What did he say?
And he was playing, throwing my shit with, what's that nigga's name that I called? Liam. I'm like, oh my fucking gosh. I just remember, I don't remember if I cried. I don't think I cried because I don't want people to see me cry and see that they got to me. So I just remember just like walking away like, fuck it. I don't have time for this shit. First of all, this school was closer to my dad's area. So we had to walk. Wait. Yeah. When we were at the school, me and my sister, we had to walk home to my dad's house. And we had to be there at a certain time. And if we weren't there at a certain time, it was a problem on our part. Like, actually, no. This was in 6th grade. So I was still at the daycare. Actually, I had to go to the daycare. Yeah, this is when I was at daycare still. So I had to walk to the daycare. And again, shit happens. And you know what's crazy? Like, Liam goes to that daycare. Or he went to that daycare with me, Sapphire, him, and my little sister. We all went to the daycare. So I could low-key have told my daycare teacher on him, like, he was fucking playing monkey in the middle with my shit. Man, embarrassing me in front of my crush. And that's what it was. You're my crush, but like, how are you treating me like this? And you're still my crush. This is what Jules was relaying to me. She was like, girl, he's a bully. How are you in love? Or not in love, I wasn't in love, please. She was like, how are you gonna like a bully like that? And I was like, girl, you're so right. Girl, you're so right. So guess what? I stopped liking him. 7th grade, I stopped liking him. And this is when I started liking someone else. Because honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I've always been like on my shit with my studies and my books and my book smarts. I've always gotten good grades, so being boy crazy never deterred me. But it was one of my, like, being boy crazy, like, it was like the motivation for me to go to school. Like, if I wasn't boy crazy, then like, what am I at school for?
To learn.
But that's the end of these story times. I had a nice time reliving the past. A nice time. I just update from the second story. Update. I remember seeing her in my last year of high school. So I met her in my first year of high school, and that's when the whole event happened. But I remember seeing her in my last year of high school, and I was like, she looks familiar. Like, you know, we've all grown after COVID and all that. I like grew so much. I'm like, I'm not taking shit from nobody. I don't have time for that shit. I've never been in a fight either. So like, I've always just been like to myself. Oh, that reminds me of another story time. Oh, I hate that I did that. We're gonna tell that next time. But right, okay. So that's the end of this video. I hope you like it. And I hope you like these crazy, they're not even that crazy. They're just weird, funny, awkward, cringy, because it was a time of the past. I hope you like these story times, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.